morning and welcome to day 13 of the July daily vlogs. I had to think then what day I was on. Well, it's Wednesday today, so I'm in the shop today all day and I've got one or two little jobs to do. I've got some more fabric to cut for my sale shelf, so that means meter pieces and then some fat quarters as well, which I'm not going to show that to you again because you've already seen that. And then I have got my cross stitch, so in between customers and everything else I'm going to sit and cross stitch, so I will catch you all a little bit later on. I hope everybody has a good day today. The weather here is sunny, breezy, and it's a bit cooler today, which is lovely. And I've been home for a while now, and I must admit I haven't really filmed anything. I decided to sit down when I came in, have a nice drink of cool water, sat in front of my fan for a little while, and then I got my crochet out and my cross stitch out. I was determined to get some work done on my cross stitch because in the shop I only managed half an hour today, so yeah, that wasn't very much. I thought I'd get more done, but that's just how it is. So what I thought I'd start with was my crocheted squares. So yeah, I've got two done, a nice orange one and a yellow one. So I think I've got two more now, and then that should give me 10. So 2 for tomorrow, and then Friday the row will be stitched together. So we're getting closer to the end, which is really good. So I'm looking forward to getting this finished now and getting on with something else. And cross stitch, yeah. Well, I got the third square finished, so now I'm determined tomorrow to get the 4th square done. If I don't do anything else, that'll be what I'll be doing tomorrow, and then I can turn it into something. I know I was going to turn it into a frame, piece of framework, and put it up on the wall, but it is quite small and I don't really know where it would go. So I think what I'm going to do is probably make it into a little cushion, put a bit of sewing theme fabric around on the back and maybe at the front, and just have it sat either out in my sewing room or in the kitchen. We'll just have to see when it's done. But no, I've really enjoyed that. Once you get into the swing of it, it's quite easy to do. So I found my other box of threads out, which are here, if excuse me a minute. Oh, which I'm glad I've got these, because these are, I think these are DMC, are they? DMC? No, these are Madeira. So, oh gosh, what's coming up here? I don't know if you saw that or not, but that's the colours I've got. So now I've got to decide what 4 colours to pick. Didn't take long to choose 4 colours, did it? Which was good. I've not got a great deal of choice there. I think I'm going to have to find where all my threads are one day and start pulling them out of project bags and things where I've just left them basically. So yes, I need to do that. So I might do that with you one day, maybe at the weekend. We'll see what I've got to do at the weekend. So yeah. And right now I thought I would share my tea for today because it's sat here getting cold. And it is apple strudel. And this smells really nice. I know I've said before I'm not cinnamon. No, it's not my favourite thing, but I'm getting used to it. But this smells so nice. And you can actually smell apple strudel cake or apple strudel. That's lovely. It's very a nice scent of cinnamon and apple and all the things that are in there. So it is gorgeous. That's really nice. So this you can have with or without milk. I did taste it without milk and it tasted quite pleasant, but I prefer my teas with milk, so that's what I've got. So it is rhubarb, cinnamon, freeze-dried apple, rosehip, hibiscus, vanilla, orange peel and natural flavourings. So right, well, I'll have to taste it now. So like I say, I've got some milk in. Oh, it does. It smells apple strudel, definitely. That is quite nice. That is nice. It's like you're drinking apple strudel. Oh gosh, I haven't had apple strudel for years. It's not something we have because nobody likes raisins or sultanas that are in it, so it's not something I make or buy anymore because there would be only me eating it. And it's too big for that. Oh, that is lovely, that. Lovely. I think I've got one more new tea left, and that is ginger something. So I've left that till last because, like I say, I'm not a ginger fan, but we will try it and see what it's like. I think then I'm going to have to look into maybe purchasing a few more teas because I don't have many teas to have cold left. I have got a bit in the cupboard, but that is something I need to buy because I definitely would like the sangria again and one or two others, especially Eat and Mess. That's one of my favourites as well. So I think what I might do is leave it to the weekend when I'm at home and I've got time and think about an order because yes, otherwise these are all going to run out. And I quite fancy having some cold tea. I did have a suggestion as well on the vlog from yesterday, I think. Dawn, hello Dawn, how are you? Thank you for the suggestion. Dawn suggested that I make a hot brew of tea and then leave it to go cold, maybe put it in the fridge, and I might get more flavour in my tea. Well, that is something I've not tried, so I think that is something to try maybe tomorrow or Friday. So thank you, Dawn. That's a good idea because I've never actually made iced teas. I've bought iced teas when I've been out in little cafes, you know, coffee shops, and I always wondered how it was made, whether it was hot or was it cold or did it come out of a bottle. But I've never sort of really looked into it. But I'm really pleased that Bird and Blender brought out teas that are to have cold. So I'm looking forward to experimenting as soon as I can. And I think after I've finished my tea, I'm going to go out into the garden and see what's ready for picking. Oh, that's my stomach rumbling. It's tea time. Yeah, because I think some of the beans might be ready. Hopefully some of the black beans will be ready this time. All my bushes are dwarf bushes and you don't always get a lot on them. So I think next year I'm going to have, I've probably said before, the climbing beans or something like that. But they've not done too bad, really. I think there's still more to come on the black beans. Some of them are very slim and, you know, they've not sort of plumped up yet. So I'm going to go and pick some of them. I'm going to go and see if I've got any herbs that are ready for cutting that I can put in the dehydrator, and see how the blueberries are doing, because they were just starting to turn purple yesterday, and of course we've had nice weather today, so they might have purpled up a little bit. And I'll check the tomatoes, see how they're doing. What else? And I'll check the peas to see if we've got any peas. I must admit that I've lost quite a lot of plants this year. The sunflowers, the small sunflowers, nothing happened with them. I thought I'd lost all of the cucumber plants, but I've just been, when I went out just before I came in here, I did notice there was one I thought was a courgette that's not a courgette, and I think it's a cucumber. So I'm going to go and have a quick look around and see what's what and pick some produce. So I will show you what I get. And I hope you enjoyed seeing that little haul of garden produce. It's not a lot really, but I think what I'm going to do, I was going to get the dehydrator on tonight, but it's getting on for, it's half past 8 now, so it needs to be on for a few hours to dry everything, and I don't think I've really got time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the herbs washed, dried, and I'm going to wrap them up in some kitchen roll and pop them in the fridge, and probably do them tomorrow when I get in from work. And the beans, I'm just going to take the ends off properly off the top, and then I'm going to give them a wash, dry them, and I'm going to pop them in the freezer because I want to keep them for winter. Because I think in the winter the beans will probably be expensive, so I thought, well, I might as well put them in there. And the courgette, I have got another courgette in the fridge, so Kevin's having that tonight for his tea when he comes in, which will probably be late, so he's going to have like a stir fry. So I might save him 1 or 2 beans, put 1 or 2 of the peas in that we've got, and I've got some carrots in the fridge. So yes, that'll be him sorted. But yeah, the carrots haven't seemed to have done very well. Some of the lettuce I've lost, and the others, they seem to be doing okay. 1 or 2 of them are wilting. I think the weather's been a bit too much for them. What else have we lost? Some of the tomato plants have just like they're stunted. That's all I can say. They're not growing. So I think at the weekend I'm probably going to go around the garden, do a bit of weeding, take out anything that's not really growing anymore, and get it in the, well, Kevin does the composter, so I'll just get it ready for the composter. Yeah, and see if I've got any space to maybe do some radish or something. I don't know. I could do with like maybe a little bit of salad stuff, like some more lettuce and some radish, something like that. Then that would keep us going through the rest of the summer then, which would be good. So I don't know what went wrong with the carrots. They only grew that big, the tops, and that was about it. They've sort of like given up. But the peppers are starting to go. It's it's like a raisin size, the pepper, so whether they'll come to anything or not, I don't know. But if they don't come to anything, I'm not going to bother with peppers next year. I'm just going to buy them. Oh dear. I suppose that's the trouble when I'm sort of limited on space for growing veggies this year as I've had more plants in. But I think I'm going to have a rethink over the winter how I want to sort of separate the garden up for flowers and veg so I can have the best of both. I've got raspberries and blackberries in the bottom bed, which that was a mistake putting them in there. So I think I'm going to, after the growing season, when I chop them right down, I am going to pop them in a half barrel, like I've got for the rose bush or something. No, the blueberry bush. I might get a couple of them, start getting them in off Amazon, or if I can find them somewhere else, and put them in. And I've got they're like strawberry bushes. They are different to strawberry plants that I've got, but it's more like a little bush. And the strawberries are only tiny, but they are very sweet. They are nice. So I think I might give them a pot each. And I'll probably have to move the clematis to somewhere else. So I'm going to keep the big bed. I think I might keep the big bed for veggies next year, and I might just sort of divide it up so I can have it into sections, and then transplant some of the other plants into two of the smaller beds, and then I've got one bed for the rhubarb, then I'll keep one of the other beds for the tomatoes. That might be the best thing. I don't think I'm going to put tomatoes in the greenhouse again, because they didn't really come to anything. I've got a couple of flowers, and yeah, that's it. So I think they'll be going out into the compost this weekend as well. So yeah, so really that's about it really for the garden today. So I think we are going to get quite a lot of tomatoes off these 8 bushes. Well, 8 plants, 3 bushes I think, and the rest are tall tomato plants. So yes, I'll be preserving all them. Chutney, it'll be tomato chutney, and I don't know what else. I don't know, I've never had salsa before. I wonder what that's like. I might have to try it. You'll have to just watch this space and just see what happens when the tomatoes come. I just hope they ripen and I don't end up with all green ones. But I have got a nice recipe for green tomato chutney if they do. So yeah, you'll have to keep an eye on. And I've just washed all the veggies, the herbs, left them to dry off. So I thought I'd pop upstairs and do a bit of editing, which I've done. Came back downstairs. What did I see on the side? A pile of empty pea pods. Adele has eaten all the peas I picked apart from 2. So I've just told her off for eating them all. So what about the rest of us? And she said all she could say was, "You left them unattended." She's obsessed with peas out of a pod. I'll tell you. I told her she can't have any more now. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to round this vlog off for today now. So I just want to say thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all again tomorrow. So I hope everybody has had a nice day and you've been able to get out into your garden or go crafting or whatever you're doing. So take care everyone, have a good evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.